Hey, welcome back to another episode of OUTSIDEIN.
Your go-to source for honest conversations about relationships and marriage.
So if you are ready, let's go.
Welcome back, guys.
Selamat datang kembali kepada rancangan.
OUTSIDEIN.
ada sebab I berbual macam gini hari ni tau. Cuba tapi tak boleh lah. I tak menang competition.
Actually boleh. You got a job. Boleh. Never know.
So dah dengar kan suara dia kan? Sebelum kita introduce kita punya guest for today, this episode is brought to you by Your Reno Works.
If you're looking for a reliable renovation company, contact Your Reno Works at 8383-7879.
Yes, 8383-7879, or head on over to their socials on Instagram and TikTok, as well as Facebook at YOURRENOWORKS.
Betul.
Yes, you can don't forget to code OUTSIDEIN to get your promotion or apa nama dia? Giveaways for air purifier ataupun water dispenser or even a massage chair.
Massage chair, guys.
Yeah, yes, you code OUTSIDEIN and then you can get your gifts lah. Don't forget to get your dream home. Don't forget to get your dream home. Your Reno Works right now.
Yeah.
Right. Without further ado, let's introduce our guest for today, Raihan.
Yeah. Hi everybody.
Oh wow.
So
Kita
dia
ada
punya nama dia kan is exactly the same as my best friend lah.
Oh yes, correct.
So on the get go, the moment we got in touch with each other, I feel like he's really like a friend of mine lah. Pasal nama dah ada, and then we vibe, bro. We vibe.
Exactly.
The energy match.
Exactly.
Alhamdulillah.
But I just have to say, I'm really happy to be here lah, guys. Seriously, I feel like macam, you know, usually I yang interview orang. Tiba-tiba hari ni orang interview I. I'm like, ooh, guys, this is new.
So siapa yang kalau tak kenal lah kan, dia ni he's actually a radio DJ in Singapore lah. Alhamdulillah. Kita pun actually wow, ada DJ.
Adalah, biasa je lah. Serius, biasa.
Humble betul lah dia.
So you can see me dekat pasar, dekat supermarket. Just say hi.
Sama. Okay. Jangan malu-malu ya. Say hi. Selfie sikit. So yes, we are humbled to have Rahan here with us today to share his stories with us, because I think why not we let Rahan introduce himself a bit.
Okay, boleh. So I speak in both Malay and English.
Boleh. Okay. Any other language pun boleh juga.
Boleh juga. I try. So yeah, hi everybody. I'm Raihan. I am one of the radio DJ in Singapore. And I'm really happy to be here for OUTSIDEIN podcast, where I will be sharing more about my marriage journey and you know, the goal that I have in the marriage. What is it?
Kita nantikan
cerita Rahan. So yeah, I mean when we contacted also, he said he wanted to share this story. And then alhamdulillah he chose us as a platform to share it lah, because I think it's the right platform, I would say, because kita pun adalah melalui
we are going through the same thing. Let's just put it at that. Yes, for now.
Okay, so we just want to get to know Rahan a little bit more lah. Who Rahan is,
yes, that's right.
Where he come from, what we tell them. So we tell them we come from.
Apa ni? Sorry, tak boleh nak.
I was thinking.
Tak boleh.
Itu lagu camp ah.
Dia dulu camp instructor.
No wonder. No wonder familiar lagu tu. Macam mana datang lagu ni?
Kan. Yeah. So basically kita nak tahu, we also found out that he got married in the same era as us.
Yes.
Kan?
COVID wedding lah.
2020. COVID wedding together.
It was where we all faced so much struggles and restrictions and whatnot, but we made it through lah. Then okay, so now that you're a radio DJ kan, how was your journey like? And then you're a winner for bukan winner, participant.
Yes,
and also but you managed to get a job lah.
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
So maybe you can run through with us your journey of becoming a radio DJ in Singapore.
Boleh. So I started off with competition yang dipanggil Suara Juara. So it was actually looking for suara baru dekat corong radio lah. So at that point of time, I pun baru dibuang kerja. I was retrenched because my company was downsizing. So bila advertisement ni keluar, then my mom was like, Rahan, try lah. Tak payahlah mak, no need lah. I cannot lah mak, you know, that kind of thing. Yes sir.
Dia tak terfikir lah you want to be.
Yeah, exactly. Because actually dulu I had audition for a competition also in Singapore. I kena reject first round.
Singapore Idol ke?
Tak ada.
Macam apa ni? Nak tahu juga ni.
Nyanyi.
It was Anugerah Screen.
The
Yeah.
which one? The first one?
Tak adalah. There was the second.
Then the third edition
Dah bertahun
Bertahun
actually.
lah.
Bertahun lah.
Anugerah screen lah.
Yeah, at that time, ingatkan nak jadi macam, pelakon ke apa ke.
Macam Fauzi Laili lah.
Kira lah kan. Sekali fikir balik sudah.
Faham.
Yeah, but then when the radio thing came in, my mom lah cakap, why don't you just try? Cuba je, mana tahu rezeki ada. Plus, I was really looking for a job. And then I went for the competition. I didn't expect to be selected as top 20. I did, and then after that, got selected for top 5, and alhamdulillah, managed to get into the top 3 lah.
Yeah. Bukan calang-calang ya.
Biasa je lah.
But at this point in time, were you married already?
Dah.
kahwin.
It was just last year.
Okay.
Kira bila September 2023.
Okay. So the period between you got retrenched to sampai you got a job with the radio station, how many months was that?
6 months.
6 months.
6 long trading months.
Wow. Okay.
It's a process.
That's where I want to ask.
Okay.
How was it like financially? Did it like affect your relationship with your wife? Was it tough being unemployed for 6 months?
Actually, it was lah. In fact, kepada sesiapa yang pernah kena buang kerja, retrench, it's definitely a mental, physical, emotional and spiritual torture.
Segala-galanya.
Semuanya lah, kan? Because when you lose your financial aid from yang you dah biasa buat, and I was really good at my job at that point of time. I tak expect pun kena buang.
Okay.
And then bila tiba-tiba I got an email besoknya, come and meet HR. I thought I was getting another promotion. Because I was really promoted 2 months before.
Okay.
So I was like, ada lagi ke?
Kira bertambah-tambah kan?
Yeah. Sekali tak, it was a retrenchment, and it was a shocking retrenchment sebab I didn't expect myself to be retrenched. And then I had no plans.
Because you didn't expect to be.
Kan? I had no plans. And when I tell my wife that, the first thing that comes to our head is our house. Sebab kita dah ada rumah.
Macam nak bayar.
Yes. Then monthly CPF, tahulah harga rumah sekarang ni kan. So we split. And if I tak ada income, then that means it's not coming in. So how do I sustain? So when I told my wife, okay, kita ada a few months to spare in terms of CPF savings lah. Jadi I think kalau I tak kerja for at least 6-7 months or even 10 months,
still boleh save
lah. Okay. Still boleh bayar rumah. And because I also have a lot of sidelines, so I have like sustenance somewhere lah kan. Tapi cuma it's still very stressful sebab then I nak kena limit my duit belanja. I nak kena cut a lot lah. I have to cut down a lot. It was, my wife is very understanding, alhamdulillah. She really helped me throughout the whole entire few months because just before I got retrenched, she just got a job.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Imagine if she didn't have a job.
Macam mana tu?
So I mean Allah dah aturkan lah. So bila dia dapat je kerja, tiba-tiba I kena retrench. So it's like macam a balance. So but then because she's still settling down in the new job lah. Yes, in the new job. So it was a struggle for her, but at the same time it was a struggle for me. Sebab I felt macam useless. I mean kita lelaki kan, tanggungjawab kita adalah untuk mencari nafkah untuk keluarga. And every month, imagine you don't give duit makan and all that stuff, and I'm like oh damn it, macam kenapa aku tak kasih Then my wife is the one who's supporting. So it did affect me mentally and physically, and it actually affected us. It was to a point that macam kita ada juga gaduh, like macam you tak kerja apa, that kind of thing. Then I'm like, I'm trying my best to find a job, and then that kind of thing. And then after that, it's just misunderstanding lah. It's actually not blaming anything.
It's at the heat of the moment lah.
Yeah, it was hit in the moment. Kita kadang manusia kan. Kadang-kadang kita tercakap benda yang tak patut kita cakap kat pasangan kita. So kita reconcile. But cuma these things happen. Memang lumrah
perkahwinan
lah.
It's normal to have arguments like this, especially when it comes to financial.
That's right.
The only thing that makes or breaks the relationship will be, can you come out of that financial struggle positively?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So I was really macam, alhamdulillah she's understanding, and then after a while, kita try to figure out what to do, how we can manage the finance lah.
And to juggle everything lah kan.
That's
especially 6 months,
6 months. So when I got this offer, then I really want to take it lah, because it's like macam at least it's a way out. And it's also something that I like to do lah.
To
Right.
talk with people. And
Yes.
then you get to play music, man.
Kan? I didn't expect to get it lah. So Alhamdulillah. Ni doa mak, doa bapa, doa isteri. So, Alhamdulillah.
Sikit.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you,
getting
thank
this
you.
job after that ordeal of 6 months kan.
Still a learning journey lah.
Wow, it's still a journey. But I would say it's a privileged job also because you know you get to be the sound of the radio. People dengar kita kan.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it macam like I don't see myself as a radio DJ. You get what I mean? Like macam I tak rasa my voice is sesuai for the radio lah.
At the point in time lah.
Even now
Even
actually.
sampai sekarang juga.
Even sekarang so when I hear my voice I'm like, oh, suara aku. Suara ni. Serious guys. Padahal ni suara aku sendiri.
Sendiri kan.
Oh.
But I think of course now with the social media age also that's coming, you can see a lot of his actions on TikTok as well.
Yes.
Kena, tu semua kena paksa tak?
Ada yang kena. Ada yang kita nak buat sendiri lah.
Kelakar-kelakar video dia. I nampak yang dia kena gini-gini.
Benda-benda yang kita kena buat tu is for content.
For
kan?
content,
And I also enjoy doing it lah.
It's fun. It's fun.
Then now that you're a radio DJ, right? You also have some sidelines, and we found out that he is a Pak Andam juga.
Yeah.
Boleh sebut
Boleh.
Okay.
Boleh. Yeah. So I do Pak Andam. I do MC for events as well.
Oh, MC for events, wedding events.
Ada.
Oh, ada.
Wow.
Sila lah.
Sebab boleh Sebab boleh
Yeah, so
Raihan,
actually kalau you nak tengok my resume tu macam apa benda yang dia tak pernah buat.
Anything that has to do with the mic lah, apa lagi popcorn pun pernah.
Oh yeah. Air batu Malaysia pun pernah.
Oh wow.
Yes, dulu I buat jualan air batu Malaysia plus popcorn. Because I wanted to save money for my studies lah. You know, macam kita sekolah, because I grew up from a very keluarga yang susah. So my parents dia tak boleh afford to give me pocket money every day waktu I kat uni.
Okay.
So I have to do this.
Wow.
So that is my pocket money.
Okay. Hustle ni, another hustler ni. Kan kita ada dengar pun macam mungkin I nak minta sikit dia punya tips-tips untuk menjalankan bisnes. Mana tahu I nak jual I punya burger ke I punya ayam gunting ke kan. Motivation dia.
Sounds good. Yeah.
So I mean of course being that all that happened even before you got married lah, you know, in terms of, you know, your sideline kenapa. And your MCing job was also even way before.
It was way before. Cuma I put a pause. Lepas tu dah you know, now that I'm already part of it again, of the you know, media industry. And then that's where the opportunities comes back lah. So alhamdulillah.
So siapa yang nak kahwin, boleh jemput kan. Boleh lah mendapatkan khidmatan. Apa nama Melayu? Cuba sikit. Mendapatkan perkhidmatan MC DJ daripada Raihan ya.
Yes, that's right.
Betul.
Pasal I tak boleh DJ, hancur I punya Melayu.
Boleh.
Podcast lah podcast. Stick to podcast.
Okay lah, so that was his journey lah.
Shall we move on to the main topic for today? Diorang semua macam, okay, korang nak berbual pasal apa actually hari ni? Lah, so kita dah
Actually seram nak berbual tu topik.
Faham.
It's a seram topic lah, to be honest.
Very sensitive.
Very sensitive topic also.
But okay lah, so we masuk pelan-pelan.
Okay. Now that we know who Raihan is, latar belakang dia, so now we want to share his story lah.
Okay, so how long have you been married?
I've been married since May 2020. So that means that is almost 3 tahun lah.
This year will be the 4th year lah.
Yes. This year will be the 3rd year lah.
This year 3rd year, so 2021.
Alamak.
Bila aku kahwin. Sabar.
Dah kahwin ke belum?
Bila ni aku kahwin?
2020
kan? 2020 ke 2021 lah.
Now it's 2024 kan?
Yeah.
OMG, takkanlah 3 tahun. I think takkanlah 4 tahun. I think it's 2021.
2021, okay.
Yes, but I know it's still not 3 years yet.
I'm not gonna cut this out, you know. Your wife gonna hear this, you know.
Sorry wife.
So tak apa, ini semua kadang-kadang memanglah part numbers ni part member ni kita lelaki ada kurang sikit lah kan. So maafkanlah kami. I back you up bro.
Okay, awesome.
So dah kahwin 3 tahun.
Yes, 3 tahun, alhamdulillah. And of course in every marriage, there's always, I think even Raihan shared early on also, there's always ups and downs in a relationship. You know, macam-macam cabaran yang kita akan menghadapi dalam perkahwinan ni lah. So he throughout when at the, I think you got retrenched. How that was last year kan?
Yeah.
So that was your second year of marriage.
That was my second year of marriage. So dia macam gini tau, macam every year tu of marriage, memang even our parents lah ada cakap, kalau korang kahwin, first 5 years is always the most challenging.
Yeah.
But the first 5 years, either economy tak stable, ataupun feelings, emotions, or just things lah, you know. And that is where you guys kena kuat-kuatkan diri.
Dia betul-betul mengenal hiti.
Isi hati.
Isi hati masing-masing.
Hiti ya.
I pun tak boleh jadi DJ lah. Isi hati masing-masing.
Isi hati. That's right. Yeah, actually proses mengenal. Because my wife dengan I, kita tak dating sangat before we get married.
Oh. Okay, let's get.
Interesting.
How long were you? How do you know your wife?
Alah, this is a very interesting question. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so nak tahu kan what's in my resume kan. So before that, I was also a fitness trainer.
Yeah. Pasal I komen kat video dia, train me please. He has the stature, you know.
So I was a fitness trainer, and then after that she was one of the she was one of those yang go for the classes lah.
Okay.
And then after that, that's where we got to know each other. And then after that, tap, kenal. And then tap, kahwin. Yeah. So it was like a fast game kind of thing.
Okay.
But I was really macam busy with classes at that point of time. So I tak dapat date her much lah.
Okay.
So to be honest, I don't know her much well until I got married. Because I got this macam thoughts like macam actually berkenal lepas kahwin tu lebih baik. That kind of
you
thing
get to know the real person kan.
Yes.
So I think before we get married, you just want to show the good side.
Betul.
The polished side of marriage.
Kan, dah kahwin kau.
Kentut sini, kentut sana, semua kau ambil kau.
Semua keluar.
You tinggal sama-sama, and then you have to face life together, make decisions together. So you kenal dia makin dalam.
Menjalani kan.
That's
So
right.
that was so dah bertahun juga you kenal dia ataupun
About 1 year plus
before you got married lah.
Before I got married. Yeah.
Sama. Kita kenal 6 months later tunang, 1.5 years later kahwin.
Okay.
Tu pun I also don't date her much because
Ni once a month boleh keluar.
I can only see her physically once a month.
Oh, tu lagi teruk lah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had more chance lah.
Yang trainer kan. I need to see her once a month. Any more than that, I need to go to her house.
See my parents, say hi.
Yeah, so that was our. So, what Rahan mentioned earlier about getting to know them, your partner more after marriage, I think that is a beautiful thing to say also. Because why? Like, bila kita sebelum kahwin tu, we just want to show yang the kebaikan semua tau.
Betul.
Then let's say sometimes what I hear from a lot of people sharing is that lepas dia kahwin,
Lain.
dia dah kahwin dia berubah.
Kan.
Then lepas tu dia tak
serasi lah.
Selasi pula. Serasi.
Tak boleh lah Haji, tak boleh lah. Yang tak boleh yang. Selasi dengan serasi lah.
Guys, dia nak air selasi tu guys.
Air selasi. Mungkin pergi bazar nanti.
Sorry. Yes, tak serasi.
Tak serasi. So that in itself is it can be a cause for concern. But at the same time, ada orang kata aku dah kenal dia sebelum dia kahwin, and then lepas kahwin sama je, tak ada beza. Then that's memang rezeki orang lah.
Yalah.
But for those yang akan rasa risau, nanti dah lepas kahwin macam mana that's where you can actually buka hati kita lah. You have to open up our hearts. Pasal you see the real partner kan. So now that bila you dah kahwin tu, you nampak the real her kan. Apa pandangan?
I love her even more lah.
Masya Allah.
Yeah, because I feel like macam one thing I like about her, and now that she might hear this,
Up sikit, let's go.
Is that she loves me more than I love myself. She goes the extra mile lah. Even to the point of macam, why you love me more than myself? Like I could love myself. Then macam, because I love you. That kind of thing. Macam ala cliche je. But that's the reality lah. So until now even macam, you know macam, like I say, kalau kita ada perbalahan ke, kita ada tak serasi mana-mana pun, you know, it's always the point is, what is the purpose of us getting married? Kerana Allah kan. So we want to build this perkahwinan ni untuk kukuhkan agama dan sebagainya, dan that we just have to go through it lah. Dan kita consult balik So hati wanita dan lelaki ni kalau dia saling memahami, insyaAllah dia akan kembali ke fitrah.
InsyaAllah. Kembali kepada fitrah. Very nice.
Very nice. I like it. I like what he's saying today. Alhamdulillah. But itulah, I mean, of course, we always for those yang nak berkahwin ni, jangan risau. Don't be so worried about whatever that you might be facing, because masa depan kita tak ditentu. But it's not fixed in stone. Kan, kita kena berusaha selalulah.
Berusaha, tawakal.
And always be the best version of yourself. That's what I would say.
Yakin. Yakin kepada Allah.
Alhamdulillah.
Nak kena saling memahami, that's most important. And forgiving. You know, because there will always be points where satu tak setuju, you know. Because you have to come into a center agreement lah.
The center might not be here, it might be here. As long as you know both of you are agreeable.
Yes.
Kan? Compromise and
understanding. Betul. Setuju sangat-sangat.
Bestnya. Because pasal kan hari tu kan, dua ladies, I seorang lelaki kan, I kena shoot kan. I was tapi tak, I'm not shooting you. I'm not shooting you, okay? No worry, okay?
It's a support system.
I tak macam you.
Kena balik.
I'm just kidding. Itu semua bercanda aja ya. So like how Rahan mentioned, they both fell in love even more after marriage. Alhamdulillah. So the main topic for the day lah. Kita masuk ni lah.
Kita masuk.
What are your goals
for marriage?
Yes.
You know, selain daripada nak hidup sehingga hayat tu, is of course to build a family. And just to share, memang my wife and I, we have been trying to conceive. So we are TTC lah. Trying to conceive.
TTC.
Yeah, we have been trying to conceive ever since the day we got married. To the point that macam first month kita dah kahwin tu, we were expecting her to be pregnant already.
Okay.
Macam dah time ke? You know, that kind of thing. We were so excited because kita dah ada, okay, for me and my wife, kita dah ada niece and nephews. So I jaga my niece and my nephews daripada diorang kecil. Sibukkan, suap, semua mandikan, so everything I do. So to the point that I love kids. Dia pun suka kids. So we both have the mindset that dah kahwin, straight.
Yes.
Anak.
We want to have kids.
That was the first step that of marriage. The next step of marriage is to have kids kan. Theirs is immediate. They want it to be immediate. I want it to be immediate lah, because to me it's like that's where it completes. So engkau. Sorry guys. So that's where it is. The family is complete lah. But you know, as months goes by, you know, we try to conceive pun tak jadi. It became something that we are both worried about. Like after 6 months tu macam kenapa macam masih belum pregnant kenapa masih belum conceive. And then to a year tu kita dah risau. Because macam kenapa macam susah sangat. Because so what happened is my wife, she works in a hospital. So there's a lot of female friends around her. And her female friends ada yang dah kahwin, pregnant. Kan?
Ada yang belum pun maaf. And then after that, you know, macam it's around her. Like the pregnancy news is always around her, but she's not getting pregnant.
Okay.
And then I also have friends yang macam tak nak anak. They don't plan to get kids. Ada kids. I'm like,
dikurniakan lah.
And then when they come to me say, my wife is pregnant. I'm like, alhamdulillah. And I'm like, no, I'm not ready, you know. Huh? You know, macam, what? I want kids. You know how bad I want kids, and that kind of thing. So it was a very emotional journey for the both of us, especially for the first, I would say sampai sekarang lah, but for the first 2 years tu,
penat.
It was very tiring. The penat is when you're not conceive, you start to macam be very conscious about when to do it, when is your ovulation, what you need to do to make sure that you succeed. And then of course benda-benda macam ni is like not macam science experiment, you letak this one, you letak boom. It's a thing that you have to try. And then plus kita kerja and all that stuff. And then there's a lot of questions tau. Like why is it not successful?
No matter all the different things that you've been trying.
Exactly.
Do you actually read up on the behind apa nama dia, like how to improve the chances of conceiving. Do you actually do all the research like
we
I
did all the research. Yeah, we did all the
Everything,
research because yelah nak succeed kan, we have to do all the research. And then her friends also suggest like macam you eat this, you eat that.
Right,
Sama lah juga, you know, like macam I was also recommended to eat this and eat that. And then we actually took the after 1 year, I think 1 year, we decided to actually go for check-up. So the first thing we did was to get her check-up, not me.
Okay.
So get her to go for check-up, and then after that, the doctor did some cleaning or whatsoever, and then after that, so we went for a government hospital first.
Okay.
Lepas the check-up tu dah habis tu, we thought that okay, it's good now.
It's time to.
And then tak jadi juga.
Tak jadi juga.
For the next few months pun tak jadi juga. It got so frustrating to the point that kita macam okay, you know what? Let's go for private pula.
Thinking that private would be a better solution.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we were worried about the money, but we also wanted to make sure that it's
Successful
it happens
lah.
Kan macam kita fikir dah lah umur kita meningkat, macam mana kan kalau the chances getting lower as you age, right?
Correct.
So I decided to say, okay, you know what? Let's just go for private. So when we went for private, when we were there, the first appointment they check, and then it was all her again. Checking on her, they tak check on me.
Okay.
So after that, go on. It totally did not cross my mind that it could be me. It's always been a very, very wrong perception that it's actually her. Okay, so this is what I want to touch on. Most of the couples, if you guys are actually trying to conceive, the first thing that you need to understand is, kalau let's say you guys both cannot conceive, you got to understand that it may not be just the ladies. What about the men? Most of the checks are usually for the ladies, not for the men. And macam I heard people saying that why do men need to check? Itu okay pa, that kind of thing.
The preconceived notion that laki ni akan come out soldiers lah.
That's right.
Kan?
And a lot of people were pressuring like the women more than the men.
Yeah.
So kenapa you cannot get pregnant? They don't question the man, that kind of thing.
Correct.
And I totally, it's my fault to also think that it's her fault. So my fault was to think that it was her fault for not getting pregnant. And I didn't macam terlintas dalam fikiran that it's actually my problem.
So it caused some friction between
A lot.
in the marriage.
A lot.
Wow.
It got to a point that so for her it's an emotional turmoil lah. Dia very affected. She broke down a couple of times. Okay. It got to a point bila kita tak percaya pada Allah lagi tau. Because kita macam tengok semua orang dapat anak, senang aja. And then for us it's like so hard. Why is it so hard to get anak? And then to the point that macam kita start to soal pada Allah, ya Allah, kenapa aku tak diberi rezeki sedangkan aku jaga. My wife and I, kita tak smoke. My wife and I, kita jaga makan. We both exercise. Yet tak ada anak. What is the issue? Why is it that Allah tak kasih kita anak tu bila kita nak sangat? So we kind of lose faith in our agama for a while. Because to a point that macam kalau kita solat macam mana sekalipun, jaga 5 waktu, kalau tak dapat anak sedangkan orang lain ada, what's the point? It became to that point tau. It was like, ya Allah, astaghfirullahalazim. And I think back, astaghfirullahalazim, why did I go to that path? It's because it's hard to yakin lah.
Yeah.
I mean, benda yakin ni is not easy. So bila kita tak at that point of time maybe don't have anak, it was a question of to continue and strive to get anak or just give up. Because eventually orang penat kan. Guys, imagine kalau you guys have to plan every single month the date, the time, and then you guys kerja nak kena ada timing
It
sesuai.
becomes a very stressful punya process. And
Exactly.
I heard people always say like when you wanna conceive, right, you do it macam
When you're at the peace of mind.
Peace of mind,
Exactly.
stress. But it's for us, it's such a stressful
it becomes like a meeting tau, rather than a session where you show your love for each other. Then I think same thing like I was wondering what's going wrong. Kita ni berusaha juga. Kita yakin, tapi what is not going right? For the past 2-3 years kita cuba apa-apa kita buat pun tak jadi. Buat semua macam what? Itulah. That's the thing that sometimes people kata tak apa, okay je, kau yakin je. It is easy to say. Memang susah nak keluar dari mulut. But kita yang merasai ni susah untuk kita. Pasal it is a test. Definitely it is a test from Allah to test kita punya iman, test kita punya keyakinan kepada dia. But kadang-kadang kita punya iman ni tak kuat.
Betul. Actually I agree.
Terus terang kita manusia yang lalai, manusia yang bukan sempurna, and these are the times where kita ni falter at times.
Exactly.
And itu kita punya tanggungjawab sebagai seorang Muslim untuk berdoa, bertabah, and janganlah kecam kita. Jangan cakap ni orang tak yakin lah, ni nanti makin rabak lagi. Ada orang cakap macam gitu tau.
Sebab they don't understand apa yang kita go through kan. So dalam rumah diorang tak nampak apa yang terjadi dalam rumah. Kita tak nak share dengan orang and all that stuff. So I also never shared this story with anyone before.
Exclusive.
InsyaAllah.
It's just that bila you cakap betul, it gets to us where macam at the point of time bila macam kita banyak soalan lah kita tanya kenapa Allah tak kasih kita padahal kita jaga and all that stuff. To the point that macam kita just lose it. Macam sudah, you know what, might as well aku jadi jahat, might as well aku tak nak jadi baik. Because kalau orang lain jahat boleh dapat anak like that, and what about us? Sorry to say lah, but you get what I'm trying to say kan. So it was affecting us so badly. Then to the point that even I didn't want to see kids anymore. Because when I see kids I cry.
This is a very sensitive topic.
It's a very sensitive topic. But because I love kids, but when my brother-in-law and his wife got pregnant, kita happy. But at the same time kita macam, why is diorang dah 3 anak, and then we like, kita dah kahwin dah tahun, we are trying and still we have kids. So when he gave birth, when they give birth, bila budak tu, my wife was very happy to have the kid lah. It's anak saudara dia yang baru kan. But she still feel the sadness of not having her own. I chose not to touch. Because I was afraid that I would even trigger what's inside me. Okay, so this is what happened. During the whole entire process of this, there was very minimal communication between me and my wife lah. Sebab kita macam tak nak berbual pasal this topic. And as a man, kita macam ego sikit. Kita tak nak tunjuk emosi kita. So for myself, I try to hide it from my wife, thinking I know it's like macam bila dia cakap I'm not pregnant, I say okay lah, tak apalah, we try again, But actually to her it's like, what are you trying to say? Are you not putting in effort?
Macam dia tak ada apa-apa apa.
But actually she doesn't know that I was crying all the way in silence, because I didn't want her to be affected with my sadness. So until the baby was born, and then bila there was one moment where she just passed me the baby. I like babies, it's just that I wanted to avoid from them, and then I hold the baby, and it was very, the tiba tau, just in an instant, just like this, I cried. I just broke down. Then my wife saw me, she broke down, and then she knows that something is going on in my head lah. And I told her that it's because it's painful when you have to hold a baby when you cannot have your own, or maybe not yet. I keep saying not yet lah, insyaAllah ada. But it's just that kenapa benda ni tak dipermudahkan. So that was way before I went for further tests.
Okay.
So that was like last year lah.
After 2 years, 1 year plus of trying, but no results yet. So you went for a further test.
That journey itself was crazy. So bila me avoiding kids, and then when we hear people get pregnant aja, we are affected. Macam, dia dah pregnant.
Tapi kita bila?
That kind of thing. It was so sensitive. But then kita tak nak lah tunjuk sangat emotion dekat depan orang, especially our friends yang tiba-tiba diorang dah ada good news, takkan kita nak terus muka macam tu kan.
We are genuinely happy for them.
Yeah,
and
of course.
akan always terlintas lah dekat kita di kepala, especially when we're alone at home, away from that event. Kita macam
kalau lah kita ada anak.
That kind of question kan. It will always pop up. So we're happy for them, but at the same time macam kita tertanya pasal diri kita sendiri. So
it takes a lot for us to put up a strong front.
It does.
And as much as the thing is, it's not about us. For example, we talk about the event. The event is not about us.
It's about the baby.
And we do not want to take the attention away from the kid. So we will be the best celebrating. We try our best to celebrate the moment with you. But I think I had a conversation with a friend about this as well. Sometimes they know that we're trying, but they know that we are having trouble having kids. Tapi they said that aku kadang-kadang rasa serba salah nak bilang ni kat kau pasal kau
yeah.
Yeah, but then I said to him like, no, this is your good news.
Yeah.
And I want to celebrate
yeah.
this. I want to celebrate this news with you.
Yes.
Don't bother so much about my feelings. This is me. This is my feelings, and my wife
That's right.
to handle it.
That's
Don't
right.
worry about us.
So everyone out there, our friends, family, we have a newborn or a baby on the way. Jangan segan-segan lah nak invite kita atau talk about it with us because we are genuinely happy for you.
Yeah.
It's not about us. It's about the baby, and we want to celebrate the baby.
Exactly. It's about celebrating other people's successes. Lah kan? Kita orang Islam, kita kena juga celebrate orang lain punya kesenangan. Doakan orang.
Yes, correct.
But of course, macam you cakap tadi, there's always this macam suara at the back of the head.
Yes.
At the end of the day, that kind of thing. So that's what happened to me and my wife for the past 2 to 3 years. It's been really tough on us. So to a point that bila tiba-tiba ni, the doctor just said, why not he goes for the test? And then after that, I'm like, I don't need to go for the test. Macam the ego. And then I'm like, okay lah, just put me there. Then I went for the test. When the results came back, I was shocked. So the problem is me.
All the while you thought it was your wife.
Yeah.
But when the doctor came out to you, you didn't have any thoughts at all. You were 100% sure ni aku okay kan?
Aku ingatkan aku yang okay. Then when the doctor came in and then the doctor said, it's you. And I just look at my wife and I'm like, Astaghfirullahaladzim. Selama ni aku salahkan kau. I thought it was you. Actually it's me. And macam ego tu terus crash It's like, to me it's like Allah is pulling me to him. It's like, selama ni Raihan kau lalai. Kau ingat kau baik, kau bagus. Kau ingat kau besar and all that stuff. Tapi sebenarnya Allah nak uji kau. And that's why dia letak kau dekat position ni.
MasyaAllah.
It's also an ujian for my wife. Because there's okay, so when this happened kan, there's a lot of thoughts in my head tau. Should I let go of my wife? Because what if she can get a man who can give her a baby? Would it be better for her? Because that's the kind of life that she wants, right? I'm okay to accept this fate. Or what if my wife choose to go for somebody else because I cannot be the one who gives her the baby? And then the next thing, because I also pandam kan, imagine going for weddings, having to see people salam restu. And in my head I'm like, will I have a chance with my child one day to have salam restu?
Allah.
There's so many things going on in my head. Macam, ya Allah. And then when my friends, cerita pasal anak dah sakit, anak dah gini-gini, and all I can say is, Alhamdulillah, happy for you.
I think memang all those things is what I go through as well. We always see, boleh tak kita ada anak satu hari ni? Boleh tak kita menjalani apa-apa kita punya impian masa depan untuk mengada all these different majlis lah. I need to think that kalau Allah memang tentukan kita punya jalan hidup kita macam gini, siapa kita nak soal?
Exactly.
Kan?
It's a very sensitive topic for all of us lah. On this table right now.
After the results came back from the doctor kan, it really broke me down. I start to take supplements, I start to eat makan betul-betul tau, really. And I really macam jaga. 6 months down the road, I took the test again. I thought it's better. It's still not the same.
It's still the same.
It's still the same. It got to the point bila I jumpa dengan doctor, the doctor say, the best thing that you guys can do now is IVF. Because I don't think it's going to work naturally. And then we broke down. Because when you want to have kids so badly, tiba-tiba sekali doctor cakap that after so long of you going to the doctor, this is the best choice. Of course, I'm not saying IVF is not possible. It's just that it's another thing to go through.
Financially also.
Financially, emotionally, because it does take a toll in other aspects, right? And I've heard success stories. I've also heard the non-success stories. So right now, kita macam really macam when it came to that, it's like macam ya Allah, a lot of things comes in my head. Like, what should I go for that path, or should I choose to just do this, like
as per normal?
But then that's the thing, tau. Bila you are in this position, so I broke down and cried. I really remember that night I came home, and it was this year actually.
Oh,
the result, the latest result is actually this year.
2024. That's like just a few weeks ago lah.
That was just a few weeks ago. I cried. I went home. I cried, and I terus tanya Ya Allah, apa yang kau cuba nak berikan pada aku ni? Adakah kau cuba nak jadikan aku insan yang sabar, yang boleh terima ujian kau? Sebab ini ujian kau bagi aku. Ya Allah, aku terima, aku reda apa yang kau berikan pada aku. Tapi dalam masa yang sama, aku perlukan kau pemudahkan urusanku dan kuatkan aku. Sebab it's not easy lah, right? It's not easy to go through this. And at that point of time, I really thought that my wife will really macam, okay, you know what, maybe, dia nak, should I let her go? And it was a very tough time. I even asked her this, you rather stay, or you rather to find somebody else
to give you, to bear a child with?
Yeah. And she said, I'll stay.
MasyaAllah.
Because she said this, kalau I kahwin orang lain pun, if the problem still persists,
takkan nak kahwin lagi.
Takkan nak kahwin lagi. It's the same thing. Kalau I kahwin orang lain pun, and the problem still persists, what can I do? So the thing is, it's not to find another thing to replace it. It's to go through this together. This is your ujian sebagai suami dan isteri. And takkanlah, macam if you say, kenapa sebelum kahwin tak check? Takkanlah sebelum kahwin tak check.
It's not in our nature to do that. Pasal kita,
exactly.
I mean, I have heard of some families or different country cultures, they actually do that. They check the fertility whether or not.
Yeah.
But that's not in our society.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, if you tiba-tiba you nak buat gitu, then people will ask you, kenapa kau nak check kau punya ni? Kau ada apa ni? But it's not in our nature lah.
That's right. Yeah.
It's not the norm.
Exactly. So we had a lot of thoughts, and we after a while we sat down and we really think about it, and then it came to a point yang actually apa yang kita perlu adalah kita kena just tawakal dengan apa yang Allah dah berikan. Sebab ni ujian untuk kita. Kita kena be happy for other people success. Kalau diorang dapat baby ke apa ke, alhamdulillah. And we have to know that we are not the only ones in Singapore that is going through this. Ramai orang juga.
Ada yang sampai, I think some comments I've seen before kata 8 tahun, 10 tahun. Some even got their baby only after 15 years.
Yes.
That is a long time.
That is a long time.
Yeah. So, and kita ni walaupun for the both of us, walaupun dah 3 tahun belum ada anak, belum dikurniakan anak lagi, and it's so painful for us at this stage. So, apatah lagi orang yang mengalaminya selama 10 tahun, 15 tahun.
Exactly.
And but the thing is, the pain is real for all of us.
The pain is real.
The struggle is real.
The pain is real.
And I hope lah orang yang mengalami ni, yang let's say lah yang ada anak ke apa, alah korang baru kahwin, relax kita tak nampak kita ni tengah nangis kat sini. Tak nampak? Sakit tau. It is painful to go through, but it is a test.
Yeah,
that we have to go through.
I tell my wife this is ada ujian untuk kita. Allah nak kita kembali pada dia. Bila kita macam ni, kita ingat dia kan. Bila kita senang, mungkin kalau Allah kasih kita anak sekarang, mungkin kita lalai.
Betul.
Kita macam dah kita ada rumah, kita berjaya, dan macam ada anak, dan kita lupa diri, kita lalai, right? It could happen kan. So Allah tak kasih kita sekarang, mungkin Allah akan kasih akan datang, mana tahu. Cuma there's only that I told her one thing, whatever it is, kita nak kena yakin yang it will happen. It may take years, it may take don't know when, but it will happen. So we have to have faith. But to be honest, yakin is not hard. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yakin ni, dia ibarat apa tau? Macam you dekat tengah-tengah lautan. You are in a sampan. You tengah lapar sangat. You ada satu joran dengan a good quality cacing, you nak kena fish, right? Okay. So you throw your joran into the laut, and then you're waiting for the fish to bite lah kan. Then after that you boleh makan ikan tu. But you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait, sekali ikan tu tak ada. Jadi you fikir, ni laut tau. Lautan ni luas tau. Rezeki Allah berikan ni banyak tau. Takkanlah tak ada. And then you decided to keluarkan your joran, change cacing to a better cacing.
Cacing. Yeah.
You know, campak balik dalam laut and wait. But still nothing. So yakin is like, it's either you choose to stay and yakin ya Allah akan kasih you ikan tu, tak tahu bila. Tak tahu bila Allah akan kasih you ikan tu, and just keep usaha, or choose to just take out the joran and just die because you are hungry. You're dying of hunger. Which one do you choose? Do you choose dalam kesakitan tu, do you still choose to believe that Allah akan berikan you ikan? That's yakin, and it's not easy.
Dia tengah rasa dia punya kesakitan dia kan.
I think for us, we've been trying also for 3 years, ongoing, but we have come to a point that kita nak cakap reda tu, insyaAllah kita reda lah. Kita reda dengan ketentuan ni. But then only very recently that we've been able to see macam okay, rezeki ni bukan saja anak atau duit. Rezeki ni comes in many different forms.
Betul.
Right. So we actually sat down and think macam okay, maybe rezeki kita sekarang ni is this podcast. Mungkin Allah tahu yang maybe kalau kita ada anak sekarang, podcast ni won't be able to grow. There's one way, there's one perspective to see it. But now kita really macam, we don't really want to stress too much about it. It's of course constantly on our mind. But kita macam okay lah, starting to slowly let go, not in terms of usaha. But ketentuan tu kita just
agree.
Tawakal lah.
Sebab kalau kita fikir balik, exactly what I say to my wife, kita diberi banyak nikmat daripada Allah. Semuanya dah ada actually. Kita duduk dalam keadaan yang senang, alhamdulillah, you know, makan minum ada, tempat tinggal ada.
Walaupun kena retrench, dapat kerja.
Yes, that's right. Allah susun. If you think about it, Allah will always susun your life to be as good as you can possibly can.
For us at that point in time.
Right. And kita kalau ingatkan benda ni tak boleh, actually boleh. So, you see, what can you say? Will you say that you cannot have it? Maybe, tak tahu lah, macam it won't happen kan. Cuma bersyukur dengan apa yang ada, gembira dengan apa yang orang ada juga. Tapi at the same time, kita tawakal dan redha, dan insyaAllah akan ada. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil, Rabbi yasir wala tu'asir ya karim.
Yes, amin. I think this is the first episode in a while since I've cried.
Selalunya I'm the one crying lah.
Oh, is it?
Dia susah.
Oh, is it?
Susah dalam podcast.
Aku rasa buat orang nangis je.
When it comes to this topic,
it is.
Especially if it's coming from someone who is going through the same thing kan, you can feel the pain. Macam sakit tu di sini.
I mean, from our interactions, I feel that me and Rahan have a lot of similarities. You know, our love for children, our niat untuk menjadi seorang bapa.
Kan?
We want that so much. Tapi it's not like I said, like, it's not a walk in the park lah. But
you know what I usually tell myself? My anak is not here yet, but dia dekat syurga tengah main, and I'm happy.
Masya-Allah.
And that's something that you have to tell yourself. It's like, your anak is there, up there, dia tengah main. And you know, never know, dia boleh doakan you daripada atas. So, okay lah.
So, I mean, when the time is right lah kan.
When the time is right.
Rezeki kita ni semua berlainan.
That's right.
Macam cakap when we first got married, right, we planned. Like for you guys wanted a child immediately. Right. But for us, we wanted to enjoy our time
together because like I said, we hardly met each other kan. So we like,
jumpa once a month.
Puas lah jumpa dia kan.
So we planned 1 year. So before that, kita dah tanya each other a lot of soalan lah. Tanya macam at what age do you want to be a dad?
What's the parenting style? All these kind of things was already ironed out because that was also talked about before we got married also kan, because we want to actually match. And then
and then after that he said that okay, kalau boleh I want to become a dad before I turn 30.
Oh, that was my dream too lah.
But now he's 33. So as a wife also, right, because dah dengar perspektif dari pihak lelaki kan. As a wife also, I honestly, to be honest, at first I macam I feel like I'm not ready for a child. But now that I am, and I want it so much, and I know that my husband want it even more, hati I remuk. Yeah, to know that he cannot get. And the fact that he wanted a child, kita plan lah, kita plan macam mana pun. Wanted to plan at 29, but he is now 33. And kita still tengah usaha. So I tanya dia, like how does he feel about it lah? Because he always talk about how he wants to have a child not too late, so that when they grow up, dia punya jarak tak jauh sangat. And that kind of thing, you know.
Kalau apa-apa jadi pun at least dia dah besar.
Yeah. But now that the 33, the age gap is big. And macam, you know, all these things in my mind.
Yeah.
And I asked him, then he was like, nak buat macam mana? Ini dah ketentuan Allah, right? But it still hurts me lah to know that he can't get that. But kita still nak kena usaha, yakin. Macam gitulah. I'm crying so much this episode.
But yang penting the both of you are together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Itu yang penting. You know, at this point of time, whatever that we're going through, both of us, is to have a supporting wife.
Alhamdulillah.
You redha, dia redha. Allah dengar.
Yes.
Allah tahu.
Yeah. Dua-dua lah. Both side have to redha lah. If one side doesn't redha and start blaming the other person, then that's going to be
that
very...
won't work.
It's going to be very bad.
That in itself is rezeki daripada Allah.
Oh, Masya Allah, yes.
It's a rezeki untuk kita mendapatkan pasangan yang menyayangi kita macam gini kan.
Yeah, it's true because you know you've heard story. I've heard stories of people yang ada anak tapi pasangan dia tak supportive. Ada mak mertua yang ni atau you know that kind of stories.
So many different.
And I told my wife, you look at us. Kita tak ada anak tapi everything is okay.
Yes.
And that is Allah punya rezeki pada kita. So bersyukur dengan apa yang ada, terima apa yang ada, usaha tetap usaha tetapi yakin insya-Allah ada. Kita jangan putus doa. Kalau orang tanya kita bila nak ada baby, we just say insya-Allah, doakan kita. Yes.
That's what I've been saying.
It's been a long time since we touched about this topic lah. The last we touched, I think about last year. And then you know ever since we went for our diagnosis and whatnot, we totally, I'm not going to talk about it. You know that kind of mindset lah. Faham. Because it's not easy. And then kadang-kadang the hati terguris and whatnot kan. But I'm glad that you DM us.
Yes.
I'm glad that you said what you said in that message.
Ini dah takdir for us to meet, to jumpa and know each other.
And to be honest, like I didn't at that point in time when he told us about what we were going through, right? I sengaja tak cakap apa-apa pasal I punya condition. Because I wanted to share it with you when I see you. Because I know, I know how it is lah. And then, you know, I just want to tell you that you're not alone. We go through this together. Walaupun kita punya persahabatan ni baru, but yeah, we're here for each other. I'm here for you lah, brother. Kucing buka pintu.
Kucing ni nak comfort lah korang.
Nak comfort, that's why.
Are you okay with cats? You okay?
The cats are like, I want to be with my human parents.
That's what we always say. Sometimes people ask, how many kids you have?
2 fur babies.
I got 2 fur babies and a baby called OUTSIDEIN.
When people ask me, how many babies you have? 1 at home. My wife same thing. My wife also will say, I have 1 big baby yang susah nak jaga. In a good way
lah. InsyaAllah. I think it's not sometimes memanglah kita, this whole thing is very sensitive for us, but us going through it, korang we try to take as much positive as we can, because that's how Allah taught us to be, to always be bersyukur of whatever that we have, and to take everything else is ikhtibar, you know.
That's right.
And you know, to the guys out there especially lah, I mean, if you guys got married and you guys are TTC also, my suggestion is, to also go for a check. It doesn't harm. And at least korang tahu.
Betul.
And bila korang dah tahu, it gets better lah from that in terms of understanding. And of course, usaha.
I mean, alhamdulillah, now technology is very vast. It is advanced in so many ways. Mungkin dia boleh membantukan kita.
InsyaAllah.
InsyaAllah.
Kena yakin.
That is also part of our usaha, kan?
Betul.
And then also at the same time, we tried whatever ways that we can naturally in the ways that is halal. That so everything is, when we try out everything, then we try for science. We go for science.
And I was telling this to my wife. Imagine kalau kita betul-betul ada. Imagine how much struggle that we go through, and when we really have, we will really treasure.
Betul.
Yes.
Yes, we agree.
And that is when kita rasa macam ya Allah telah berikan, like macam kau doa bertahun-tahun, aku kasih kau. That kind of thing. Akhirnya. But even kalau let's say lah tak ada, Allah berikan benda lain.
Betul.
In terms of other things, we still have to be bersyukur.
Betul. Masya Allah.
It's a good reminder for us lah. Of course, memang everyone's journey. There's some of you yang have been going through this for many years. Memang it's not an easy journey for all of us. Kan? Tapi kita ni semua sama-sama together lah. Kita we all doa for each other because apa lagi yang lagi kuat daripada what was the word tak ada benda lagi yang lagi kuat daripada doa seorang Muslim. Seorang Islam yang
betul. We really got to support each other. Bila masa, if you know a friend who's going through this, the best is to doakan mereka lah.
Betul.
Yes, always.
Yes. Okay, so before we end the episode, right, kita ada segmen ni lah. Kan selalu untuk couples. Tapi you hari ni seorang kan.
I represent my wife lah.
So we will give some time for you to speak to your wife lah.
Speak to your wife. Speak to.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anything that you want to say to you. Or maybe even if let's say insyaAllah one day when you have a child, whatever that you want to say to him or her, you can play it for them insyaAllah one day. So the floor is yours.
Aku dah nangis lagi ni. To my wife, if you're watching this lah, I just want to say a huge thank you to you for being by my side the whole entire time. Sebab, for me, I tak pernah yakin yang ada orang boleh love me more than myself. But you did. And you still stayed through everything lah. Despite apa yang kita lalui, my shortcomings semuanya. Even when times was hard for us, we still stayed through. Even when we felt like we want to give up, we still stayed through. And even though even though with my condition and all that stuff, you still want to stay through. And I just want to say thank you for everything. Tu je. Dan semoga Allah berikan kita kekuatan, hikmah di sebalik semua ni, dan insyaAllah bila when the time comes, it will, insyaAllah, kita yakin,
InsyaAllah,
we'll be called parents.
Amin.
InsyaAllah, amin. When that day comes, we will message you, right?
Yes, please lah.
We will cry for you. InsyaAllah.
Wow, masyaAllah.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Forgot one thing.
Yes.
I love you.
Penting tu. InsyaAllah.
Wow.
That is
What an episode.
coming from me. It's not an easy thing to share.
It's a man,
But thank you so much,
Thank
Raihan,
you so much,
for
Rahan.
being
So
open with this, and for also assuring me that I'm not alone.
You're not alone.
I think this whole thing is big test for all of us, and I think that you being here it makes me feel comfortable sharing it as well. Inshallah, because I haven't shared with anyone as well. So I think this is a step up for all of us, and also for everyone out there who is suffering in silence. You're not alone.
You're not alone. That's right.
And we have so many of us here that will dua for you, for each other. So you tell me who you are, I doakan for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So insyaAllah. So
Dia macam dah emotional kan.
Yeah kan, because benda ni macam kita jarang berbual. Bila but when you let it out, I mean, for me, this is my first time also letting it out.
Yeah.
So it's it's for others to also come together lah.
Yeah,
I mean, we are not alone lah.
Betul.
Lega lah sikit lah hati kita ni.
So before we end the episode, this episode is brought to you by
Your Reno Works.
Betul. If you're looking for a reliable renovation company, contact Your Reno Works at 83837879. Hoi Guru.
Sampai guru-guru kan.
Effect.
83837879. Or you can also head on over to their socials on Instagram, TikTok, and as well as Facebook at YOURRENOWORKS.
Yes,
Okay, don't
korang
forget.
boleh pakai kita punya promo code OUTSIDEIN to get attractive prices from Stera.
Yes. Air purifier, water dispenser ataupun massage chairs. Okay. Yes, all of you insiders who have been contacting them, thank you so much because they have given a lot of feedback about you guys, and do continue that lah. Pergi contact dorang lah. Thank you so much, insiders. So once again, thank you Raihan for being here.
No worries. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll keep thanking each other non-stop. Kan? that feeling lah macam tak cukup tau.
Macam tak cukup, that's why.
Yeah, but of course we'll stay in touch after this, insyaAllah.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a newfound friendship, and I think lagi dah nama sama macam best friend juga kan. So yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah, okay lah. With that, let's wrap it up. We have come to the end of another heartwarming episode.
Yes, if you like what you hear, follow us on TikTok and Instagram, OUTSIDEIN SG, and our Spotify and YouTube, OUTSIDEIN Podcast.
Yes, don't forget to like, share, subscribe on all of our socials so that every one of us can benefit from this sharing, insyaAllah.
Until then.
Assalamualaikum.
Wassalam.